Shit. Peace, everybody. Like power. Assalamu alaikum. I just got to say today was a grave injustice. A great, ain't even a grave injustice. Let me explain something to you, people. First of all, the law is clear. And this was all about a school camera when you're going into the school zones. People, let me explain something to you. I've been knew this, but today I saw it in effect live in the courthouse today as I went to for a school camera violation, in the school zone speeding. This is separate. They hold these cases separate from everyone, and they treat these cases as civil infractions, civil matters. So, with that said, when I talked to the bailiff, when I saw what was going on, I saw 1, 2, 3 people go ahead of me. And these three people, one paid the traffic ticket, 2 tried to argue the traffic ticket. And I watched, as this trial was going on, I called the deputy outside. I said, asked the deputy, the bailiff. And asked the bailiff, I said, man, where's the prosecutor? He said, she is. I said, man, she can't prosecute these cases. Yes, she can. I said, no, that's illegal. That is very illegal, unlawful. And he said, well, you can tell the judge that. So, as I watched these people pay, some of them argue the point for the judge. My time finally came up, of course, after I'm always last, because of my last name, and people can't see. So people can't see the things I am. So I introduced myself to the judge, explaining him who I was and the questions that I'm about to ask him before we get started. And the question was, Your Honor, you are a judge, a licensed practicing attorney. Yes. Who is this officer? Look, her name was Lieutenant Tracy Jennings from the Liberty County Sheriff Department was acting as the prosecutor. The judge said, well, no, she's not acting as a prosecutor, and she's a party to the case. Party to the case? I said, well, I don't know if that's legal, but I'm going to check it out. I said, because she's not a party to the case, because it says Liberty County plaintiff against me, defendant. So therefore, her name is not on there. You cannot represent someone in the court of law, any court of law, if you are not a licensed practicing attorney. And the judge allowed this. Now, what I'm trying to figure out, how many cases they have done this to? And people paid the fine, got found guilty in the last 10 or 15 years. That's a lot of cases, people. So what we're going to do is we're going to push for accountability, because they can't show me no in the law, and not even that. But let me tell you something, people. When you need to find out when these school zone, the time the school zone cameras come on. Because the hour, according to the law, and I read it, and I saw it put into play today, an hour before a school zone ticket, school zone lights come on, the camera is rolling. You'll still get a ticket. An hour before the school cameras, the flashing lights come on, and an hour after you will still get a ticket. But they don't tell you that. So we need to push for accountability. They need to put the posted sign up what time the cameras come on and post it. People, let people know this. That's a law, but it's a law that needs to be upgraded. But in light of that, this is a civil matter. The judge made it clear it was a civil matter. So, in a civil matter, so I told the judge, since this is a civil matter, and this is a, and then put my glasses on, y'all, just small right. And this is a offense in violation of OCGA section 40-14-18. That's the school, that's the code for traffic, uniform traffic citation, Title 40 in the state of Georgia. So I said, since we under Title 40, then, Your Honor, according to OCGA 40-13-3, it said waiver of a jury trial. It said no court defined in this article shall have the power to dispose of a traffic misdemeanor case as provided in this article unless the defendant shall first waive in writing a trial by jury. So how many of y'all go just pay these tickets? Never sign this waiver? If the defendant wishes a trial by jury, he shall notify the court, and if reasonable cause exists, he shall be immediately bound over to the county having jurisdiction to try the offense, wherein a jury may be impaneled. The judge took a 15-minute break or so, a 10-15-minute break, and he had to go read this law. I gave him a copy of my demand for jury trial that I have already filed. The so-called lady that was acting, the Lieutenant Jennings, with Liberty County Sheriff Department, who was acting and standing in as a prosecutor in a case that she was not a party of, but acting as a lawful licensed attorney, cross-examining and prosecuting people in the state of Georgia. People, that is grave injustice. That is proves that what I keep saying, if we don't start holding these police officers accountable for their actions, we will never have an effective change. Now you have an attorney Osteen, Judge Osteen in Liberty County, that is allowing this to happen, and he justifies it by saying she is a party to the case. And I sit there and argue the point. I just look, wow, really? So instead of him giving me what I just read you, the jury trial, Judge Osteen said we're going to reschedule this until I can look at this more. So he's trying to find a loophole to not give me what the law actually says. He's trying to find a loophole so he don't have to give me a jury trial. Not even if the loophole, if he find a loophole, it's written in stone in the Constitution, where the Constitution clearly says I have a right to a jury trial in all courts, civil and criminal, when the value exceeds $20. They say I owe them $75. It exceeds $20. So people, we're going to march. We're going to rally. I got a lot of stuff going on. We're going to put this together. So anybody that's in Liberty County that has faced one of these red light tickets, one of these school zone tickets, and you know of anyone, please have them reach out to me through this Facebook. It's in my inbox. Please share this with them, because this is a grave injustice that must not go unpunished. When lawyers, judges, and officers acting as prosecutors, when not even a licensed attorney, how many people have suffered at the hands of this gross injustice in Liberty County from the hands of Osteen, Judge Osteen, and the acting prosecutor, Lieutenant Tracy Jennings. See, people, this is the kind of stuff that I deal with every day all over the country. Like I keep telling you, we have to have accountability from our public officials. If there's no accountability, there can never be effective change. The marching and the protesters is okay. It brings awareness, but it's not making an effective change. It is this and only this that they understand, that they respect, and that will make effective changes. And not to mention, get out and vote. If you're not registered or you can't vote for some reason, then reach out to me, and so we can find a way to get you, if you meet the requirements, to get your voting rights back. I know in the state of Georgia, and I believe in a lot of other states, but I believe in Jackson, in Florida, your voting rights, once you are complete, if you're a convicted felon, once you complete all your sentences, you have no fines, you're not on probation or none of that anymore. Parole out, you have no probation or none of that, and you finished everything, no fines, no money owed. Your voting rights are automatically restored. You just have to go and register to vote. And if you don't know if you meet the requirement, just reach out to me. But people, y'all share this. This is a grave injustice what I witnessed today. Like I said, the judge, instead of giving me my lawful right to a hearing, a jury trial, he wants to go try to find, when it's clearly written in the law, as I just read y'all, but he wants to go find out if he can find a loophole to say I don't have, and he can't give it to me. So, and with that said, people, if you got one of these tickets in another county or another city or whatever, one of these red light, one of these cameras, school zone cameras, let me explain something to you. And I put it in here. Georgia Constitutional, which I got it in the body of this live article. Y'all here clearly states, and I'm gonna skip through it. Say equality cases shall be tried in the county where a defendant resides, against whom substantial relief is prayed. What that means, people, is I live in Pierce County, not Liberty County. Liberty County has no jurisdiction, and in a civil matter, as me being a defendant, they can't file charges on me in Liberty County. They must file a suit, as he said, this is civil suit, civil matter. Then that must be filed where I live, a defendant. So I will be filing a motion to dismiss for lack of territorial jurisdiction. Chef, what's happening, man? What's happening? Trying to get some stuff going, man. We got to have accountability for these police, man, doing these things they want to do. You know, what I witnessed today, I would have never, ever thought I would witness this in a court of law today. That a lieutenant of a sheriff department, Liberty County Sheriff Department, was standing and acting as a prosecutor in a case where she was not a party. Meaning she cannot prosecute or she can't represent any entity but herself. And the judge clearly said on the stand, well, she's a party to this. She's not acting as a prosecutor. She's not a party. Her name ain't on no anywhere. It clearly says Liberty County plaintiff against defendant me. So Her name is nowhere in there. You can't represent any entity, a government entity, if you're not a licensed attorney. You can't represent anyone if you're not a licensed attorney. But I just witnessed a judge do that and allow that today. And my thing is, how many times he done got away with this? How many times he done did this in the past? How many people now can reach out and more than likely get their charges, their money back they paid, and charges all dropped because of the ignorance and stupidity of those who seem that the laws don't apply to them, that they are slick amongst the clique. Even after I explained to the judge who I was, he was very nice and cordial, of course. I mean, his attitude was fine and perfect. Nothing was wrong with that. I give that to him. But he misquoted and misrepresented the law, where he took an sworn oath to uphold, not me. That is the things I'm talking about. So Liberty County, get ready, get ready, get ready. We're going to surround the courthouse. We're going to demand justice and accountability. Anyone that has suffered and went through what I just did today in this, with these traffic tickets and these uniform traffic tickets, citations, and these school cameras, flashing cameras. Remember, people, those cameras, according to the law, those school cameras, and it's probably like this in all states, but I'm speaking with Georgia now. The school cameras, even though they're not flashing, an hour before they come on, they are running. And you go through it speeding, you will get a ticket. Speeding past the posted speed limit. Same. That's whenever an hour when they're on and an hour when they go off, you still will get a ticket. Now, you can fight that in the right court and win, because they need to post that. They need to post at school time, the lights come on. They need to post with your hour. They must give you notice, but as is, you will get a ticket. But then, people, reach out to me. It's all about justice and accountability. One thing I'm going to always say, I'm about truth and justice 101. That's all I'm about. All I want us to be treated equal, fairly. And one thing, and I thought I'd never say this, and some people may get mad at me, but don't take this away, because no, I never vote for Donald Trump. Can't stand his ass. Hate his mama for having him with a passion. But that's my political views. We all are different people. You got your own political views. You vote for who you want to. That's your right. That's all that is. But I say just pick the right person who you want to vote for. But one thing I can say what Donald Trump did say is the government has lost their minds. Our government needs a completely overhaul. That's it. Peace. Black power. Y'all get ready. Share this live. This is probably the best one that everybody needs to know. Things that you don't know. And if you got a camera, and it may be like that in all these counties and states. Remember, wherever you get a red light camera, not red, I keep saying red light, but wherever you get a school zone ticket, remember, they must take you to court where you live, the defendant. If they are claiming it as a civil matter, they must take you to court where they live, not where the incident happened. Peace.